red, green, yellow, blue, green, blue, green. Hello, everyone. Welcome to my. Wait, hold on. I gotta do this right. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my weekly meltdowns coverage of Big Brother 26, Week 10 Eviction. I'm Allison. With me, as always, is Tyler. And Teresa is Teresa? No. Teresa's with us this evening.
She was just with us. I think maybe the clip of Angela scared her off.
Maybe sickness?
Maybe she's having
there
internet
she
issues or
is.
something. Okay, there we go.
Teresa.
Yay.
Listen, I was just saying that I'm in mourning. Do you want to know why? Because my draft is dead. My draft
we'll get into that.
Oh, I know we are. And that's another reason why I'm depressed, because I had to hear about that shit. And I really can't. Okay, before we get in, Teresa has a YouTube channel. It's called Bitch Puddin', and that is bitch with an exclamation point.
Sorry, before you go any further, Allison, I have to know, is Bitch Pudding a reference to a skit from Robot Chicken?
It is, and that's only my name because I had recently watched it. And that's why I told Allison, if me having bitch in my name affects your whatever, and I actually typed demonizes you instead of demonetizes, I'll go ahead and change it because I don't care. But it's because I saw that, and I love strawberry shortcake, and yeah, bitch pudding.
Listen, do you know how many special... I do it to myself. I monetize the show, and then I get special monetization the very next day because of probably something I said or a curse language or something I've done. But I don't care. I don't care because that's not why I do. You know what I'm saying? Like, be yourself. Be you. Who cares? You can say anything you want here. We're good. And I'm so happy to have Teresa here because she made a video of one of our videos and it made me cry because it was the sweetest thing ever. Like 9 years. I've been doing this for 9 years and no one has ever made a video of me. I have never been invited on another podcast. Do you hear me? He has. Beth has. Everybody else. Some people, you might say, were discovered on this channel. And I'm so Teresa, thank you from the bottom of my heart. I sent Dominic the wrong link. Dominic, I will fix that. Give me just
I'll do it. I got it.
Good. I'm so sorry, Dom. I'm sorry. He's going to join us too. I just want to say, you made my 9 years worth it because, ironically, like 2 days before you posted that, I was crying to Tyler because CBS rejected my request to interview Big Brother 26 contestants this season, and I was pissed. Of course, the girl that responded to my email referred to Tucker as a she. So I still don't know if it was like a blanket email and I just got tangled up in office politics. I don't know. But I know that some people are not mourning. I see you, Joseph. You're not mourning Angela. She had to go. Yeah, I know. Look, it was my draft, okay? It was my draft.
Well, before we get into like this week proper, like Teresa, I just want to ask you, like, what is your like history with Big Brother? Like, how did you how did you find her? Oh, is she back?
Oh, there she is. Did you hear the question, Teresa?
My internet is shit.
Oh no!
Is it ceasefire?
It's mint. I will kill. Oh, I'm not going to say it on here.
Oh, do it.
I had my data on. I couldn't call 911 in my own house right now if I needed help. So
Preach.
I'm hearing electronic noises.
Preach. Right here. I get it. Froze at the end of the live watch, did it not? When Angela was talking, my internet. Yeah, ceasefire. There it is. See? Yeah. Fuck the internet. I'll say that. You know what I mean?
Let's add her back in. Let's see. All right. Are you good, Teresa?
I can hear you now. I was going to say that I'm going to go kill Ryan Reynolds, and I'm just going to say it because he sold me, his cute face sold me on Mint Mobile. And if you get what you pay for, $5 a month, internet, phone. I can hear you now. Thank you. Yes. Please.
Do you think Ryan Reynolds doesn't pay for his phone or his internet? And if he does, he is tapped directly into a NASA satellite. It just irks me that they have celebrities selling stuff like that. You know what I mean?
He owned it.
He owns it?
I thought he's part owner, isn't he?
I said, what doesn't he own? He owns a soccer team in another country. It's just crazy. Hello, Dominic. We're bitching about
again.
internet. Who's your carrier?
Verizon.
Verizon. Who's yours, Tyler?
We literally just switched to Verizon. We had Spectrum and it was awful.
Okay, so you guys got the. Okay, so it's Teresa and I got the shit end of the stick with the internets. Okay, good to know. Okay, so yeah, Big Brother, double eviction night. So Leah's gone. I think that was a mistake. I'm sorry. I don't care.
Yeah, no, I want to start the show by saying like every bit of praise I've been giving MJ over these past few weeks. Let's just like retcon all of that because she made such a terrible decision with her HOH reign. Like she was totally snowed by Chelsie like this entire week. And I don't know if that's more like Chelsie being a really great player or if MJ just totally flopped this week. But like, man, this HOH could not have gone worse for her. Like, I cannot believe she nominated. Like, I cannot believe Angela and Leah were the two nominees. Like at the end of the week for MJ. Like looking at like the people sitting on the couch and then looking at the two people on the chairs, I'm like, damn, these are two people that were not coming after you at all, MJ.
That's been the theme of this season. People targeting their own allies. And lots of crying, a lot of crybabies in this cast, and targeting people who want to take them to the end.
Also, a lot. Hello, everyone in the chat. I just want to say, I totally forgot. Hello, everyone in the chat. Mary Doodah 444 Joseph Tom. Why am I moving? What the? See, my internet's doing something right now. God, I wish I could see my screen. Thomas McGee, Lori M. Eddie James is doing it again. I may have missed people. Wayne Cast. I'm like, I get everybody. If I miss somebody, I'm sorry. It's scrolling on its own right now, and I can't do a damn thing. There it goes again. What's happening? Okay, we'll do it in a sec. Way to go. I'm glad I read that, Tyler, before I started jumping in and saying hi to everyone in the chat. Yeah. What was I saying before that? I don't know.
So MJ just had like a really, really, really terrible week. And after this, I'm revoking all of my thoughts about like MJ winning the season. Okay, I'm gonna give myself grace here. Like before this week, like she was sitting like really pretty and I think in a good spot to make it to the end as long as she was able to cut Chelsie at some point. But seeing how much Chelsie like just totally controlled MJ's HOH, I have no faith whatsoever that MJ is gonna like get a big brain and turn on Chelsie. I think this season is pretty much over at this point. Not in a bad way. Okay, like I'm seeing a lot of like. Okay, I'm seeing a lot of like doom comments in our chat right now being like, the season's over, this season sucks, blah, 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 blah. Okay, let's zoom out for a second here, right? We've had a really great season. We've had a really great time this season. The cast has been wonderful. The comps have been fair. The twists have been like minimal and like not game breaking. This season has been the best we've had in a very, very long time. And yes, it's getting a little bit more predictable as we're getting towards the end, but that is typical Big Brother. Like, that's not anything to do with any mark on this season or anything. And here's the thing: if Chelsie is the winner at the end of this, which I think, like, go ahead and write her the check now, honestly. But if Chelsie is the winner at the end of the season, we are talking about a really great Big Brother player and a really great Big Brother winner in Chelsie. And we got to start, like, giving her props here, because she's doing a really excellent job. And I think, like, even heading into this week where she can't compete in HOH, like, that final 5 spot is always really tough for the outgoing HOH who can't compete. But looking at, like, who's left, I don't see there's any way that Chelsie goes this week.
And just, y'all can mute me at any time because I'm in a tangent mode. I was saying it during the live watch. I'm sick and tired of hearing, oh, I don't want to make that move. I don't want to be the person to make that move. I don't want to get blood on my hands. That's a jury vote. Dude, the time to really start doing shit is what final 9, 8? You're going to start, the cannibalism has begun, okay? You're going to start eating each other alive. You need to be licking the blood off your fingertips at this point. There's no, I can't. Well, what are you going to do, Mackenzie? If you win HOH again, I don't want to get blood on my hands. I'll let you guys tell me who to nominate. Bitch, what? No, that was not. You didn't have an HOH last week, honey. That was Chelsea's HOH. Chelsie controlled that HOH. That is how you play freaking Big Brother. I don't care if you like her, don't like her, don't give a shit. That is how it's done. You don't always have to win HOH. You don't always have to win the veto. You don't have to win to make moves in Big Brother. You can slither around and convince people to do shit. That's so don't sit there and tell me I don't want to be the person to do that. No, she ended up doing it anyway. But it was because Chelsie planted that seed. And good for her.
What do you think, Dom?
Chelsea's been like a sleeper favorite of mine this season. So at this point, I guess I'm rooting for her to win. And but yeah, we talked about it during the live watch. It's like, okay, this night was a roller coaster of emotions for me. As you know, I guess I just realized tonight, yes, I have officially gone from a super fan to a casual because I couldn't stand Angela and her crocodile tears and constantly patting herself on the back and giving the same speech over and over again.
Well, yeah, it's a dream.
But then in the middle of this episode, I found myself going, no, if Chemo, okay, it was looking like Chemo's was going to win the veto. I'm like, okay, Chelsie, you should take advantage of this situation and go after somebody else other than Angela. This is me, who's been rooting for Angela to go for a while. But once Angela went and she started giving herself the speech again, started patting herself on the back end, I flopped back and said, okay, you know what, she can go.
Yeah, I don't know. Like losing Angela tonight, I'm a little bummed about it. Not gonna lie. Like okay, Dom. Like
I've gone.
Dom. Like
again,
I get it.
You know, X/Twitter, they're devastated, and probably Facebook is elated that she's gone. And I wish I wish I knew Allison a decade ago, because that's when I was the super live feeder. I'd have graphs and charts and conspiracy theory strings going around. But in the past few years,
Tyler.
Like, this show's jerked me around too many times. I'm becoming a casual. I just can't. I can't do this to myself every summer. So that's why I've noticed that, like, again, I was actively rooting against Tucker and Angela most of this season. The two people are going to be in the running for America's favorite player.
Is that
you think Angela's in the running for that?
Yes.
Fuck that. Listen, do you think Angela?
Who else besides her and Tucker would be in?
I think it's Tucker by like a long shot. I don't think anybody is going to.
Yeah, but who remember? It's been a month. I just spit everywhere.
Yeah, I've been spitting.
I think it'll be Tucker, and like how cool is it that like a pre-juror is going to win America's favorite player this year?
Yeah,
I
I
don't
think
know,
cool.
man. I don't
That's
know.
never has that ever happened before?
I would have to. Cody won America's favorite player, or no, he was in the jury. He was the first juror. Yeah, I don't think
There's
so.
been a few who've been in the running.
Yeah, but that just goes to show like how big of an impact like Tucker had on the season in our hearts, and we were all saying, "Oh, the season's canceled. That's it. Like it's over. It's boring now." Once Tucker left, and I just want to have us zoom out on anybody that's saying that the season's over now because Angela's gone. The season is not over. Like it's going to be really exciting to see how Chelsie handles cutting like these like remaining players who all are pretty loyal to her. Like now it's like really like jury management time for Chelsie, I think. And the way she sends these house guests out is really going to make or break if we're talking about her being like a really great Big Brother player, really great winner of this season.
Well, we're assuming that Chemo doesn't win HOH. You know, what if by some God, Jesus, whatever,
he could
wins, and you know he ain't putting up Rubina. It's got to be.
I think he would put up MJ and Cam.
I think he should. I think they should have been put up tonight. I think that Leah. You know, there's always I say it every year. There's always that moment. A Big Brother. I'm sorry, JoJo. Oh my God, this JoJo's birthday, by the way, and we're just like, happy birthday. You're not. There's that moment in Big Brother when everything shifts and changes, and there's that one play that changes the complete trajectory of the game, and we saw it with Leah's HOH. Leah, like it's star, because you know I got a little Ewok over there. Anyway, so it was Leah's HOH. I think this is. I don't care what anybody says. I think this was the HOH that changed everything because she should have put up. I don't give a shit anymore. What friendships? What's going on? We're finally. We're this that at this point. It's time to go. It's time to go. I'm looking around at who's going to take me out, who's winning, all of this shit. She should have put up Mackenzie and Cameron and prayed to God that one of them won veto. And like I said in the live chat, if it had come down to me and Cameron and Mackenzie in the final three of the veto, I would have said, I'm putting my hands up. I'll let you two battle it out. I'm putting Chelsie up. So think about that and let them win. Use it on themselves and put up Chelsie and get her out of here because she is great. Now, I don't know. It's like I've always said, we've got to cut these players slack because they don't know what we know. They're not seeing and hearing everything that we know. You know what I'm saying? Like but at this point, if you're not sitting in the shadows and really watching, or in other words, sitting in the balcony and listening while Chelsie plays pool with Rubina, you know what I'm saying? You're not going to know what's going, you know. So I feel like if that move or something had been done last week, this would be a totally different game because Leah never, now correct me if I'm wrong, Leah never had Mackenzie's name in her mouth. I mean, she had it maybe, you know, hypothetical, but it was never a thing. It was never a thing. So Mackenzie carried out and executed Chelsea's game, her plan. She did it all for her, you know, and by not wanting to put Leah up and not wanting to get dirty and not doing that to her friend Mackenzie, you got that bucket, like Deb used to say, that bucket of pig's blood. You covered like Carrie in that pig's blood on prom night. You did yourself dirty. You did that. Chelsie didn't do that. You did that. Honey, you weigh a ton, bitch.
And I feel like for this double eviction tonight, like we saw like a moment where like the season could have gone to. I'm so distracted with this cat right now.
JoJo's tangled in my headphones. I'm sorry. Okay. Yes.
This is why I come to podcasts every week.
Leah really fumbled. I mean, if you go back a few weeks, she was in such a good spot, and just week by week I mean, she had her 2 sycophants who to do her bidding, and she set in motion them both getting evicted, and then
Yeah.
she fumbled her HOH too. Maybe you could blame it as if she got the janky HOH and she was stuck out in the sun all day. And
I don't know, like Leah, like I feel like she's just like a very normal, passive person. Like I think that was ultimately her downfall. Like I feel like she just played like too passively and like didn't care enough about the game. And very disappointing coming from like the reputation that like VIP cocktail waitresses have in Big Brother between like Janelle and Rachel and Portia. I just expected more like spunk out of Leah.
Why does it have to be a VIP cocktail waitress? Who gives a shit? You're a cocktail waitress. You don't have to zhuzh it up for me. Good
They're
for
the ones
you.
that bring out like the bottle service.
It's fancy. Cocktail waitress is enough. That's fancy enough. Don't slap a VIP on top of it. Next.
But no, we certainly saw like another opportunity for like the whole season changing tonight during the double eviction when it came down to that tiebreaker between Angela and Chelsie. Like, what a different result tonight would have been if Angela like won that tiebreaker.
Dominic and Teresa are giving me math lessons. I couldn't, you know me. I'm like, how's that possible? I was like, what? That's not right. And they're like, no, it is.
My guess is 11,000, so I wasn't too far off.
I had to double check the math on my calculator, so it's not like I knew off the top of my head.
I could have sworn that Chelsie had 1080, 1080, right? Is that what you had?
Yeah, but Angela had
15,000.
Like 15,000, yeah.
But she went over? I know. Okay, here's the problem I have with this going over bullshit.
No, I don't think
no. 15. That if you go, listen, you went over 10,000, fine. But to me, I'm hearing Julie say whoever gets the closest.
Did Julie say closest without going over?
Without going over.
Well, she says that, but still, that's bullshit to me. I hate that. I think that should be eliminated because here's the thing: 15,000 is always going to be closer to 10,000 than 1,000. I don't care. This ain't the fucking Price is Right. End of it. And okay. Yeah, I'm done. I'm tired. I don't care.
That's what everyone was saying. Was that Angela, you've been on the Price is Right. You've prepared for this moment. You should have been ready for this.
And Dr. Phil, and whatever the hell else she's been on. Have you seen that Dr. Phil episode, by the way?
No. I just want to give a PSA real quick while I'm thinking about it to the lovely person that checked out our channel last week and wrote a lovely comment saying that I used the word like too much. First of all, working on it. Second of all, be a little nicer in the way that you say that. I can't help how I speak. So I don't know. Just be nice in the comments is all I'm going to say. Real
quick to rebuttal that. When you're pointing out how much someone says like and it's annoying, don't say I had to stop watching after a few minutes because Tyler's saying like. Dude, I wanted to reply so bad. I had to stop reading this comment because of all the likes. Are you shitting me?
It was just a little extra is all I'm going to say.
Just fucking be nice. It's not that
all
hard.
Right. I'm going to update our draft here.
Oh, God. Can I leave?
So, Allison, you are officially out of the running here. How does it feel?
Like awful.
Like
awful.
So, for people that are listening on the podcast, Allison's draft team is now totally gone with Angela leaving. Jackie still has Rubina. Aaron still has Chelsie. And I have Cam, Chemo, and MJ.
From here in the arms of the angels, not away from here. That's an in memoriam retrospect for my draft. Thank you.
Though looking back on this cast, overall, I'll give casting a thumbs up on this season. Other than Kenny wanting to quit and go home, and Joseph kind of being a douche. Other than that, this was an okay cast.
No, I agree. And I feel like we were harsh on our first impressions of the cast. Like we all looked at these cast photos and we were like, who is this busted motley crew? But I feel like we got a pretty normal, non-problematic,
yes,
really good season. So I don't get the whole sentiment online right now of oh, the season's over, blah, 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 blah. I'm really excited to see how Chelsie pulls off this win and where she is ultimately going to fall in the Big Brother winners rankings that I have. Because the way I see it right now, of course it's going to depend on how she gets to the end, just her dominance in this late game or whatever. But I feel like I'm gonna put her right below June Song in my winners rankings. I think that she's done a really, really, really great job this season. I'm just curious to see what she thinks I want to know who she ideally wants to take to final two. I would love to see how she maneuvers this week, not being able to compete in HOH, but looking at the board, if Rubina wins HOH, I feel like she's putting up Cam and MJ.
That was me laughing. I'm sorry.
I think if Chemo wins HOH, same story. If Cam or MJ wins, they're just putting up Chemo and Rubina. So I feel like it's two pairs going against each other, and Chelsie is kind of safe going into this week, which is crazy because she's playing such a great and strong game. So I don't know, excited to see how this week is gonna shape out. Curious if this is finally the week that one of Chemo or Rubina goes. Honestly, I'm so tired of seeing Chemo on the block. I feel like I get tired anytime I look at how exhausted that he looks. I feel like Chemo is just done playing Big Brother. I feel like he's just kind of
Chemo looks like he's lost stress weight.
Yes.
You know how you get so stressed out and your face starts sinking.
He looks
and
tired.
Your neck looks like it could snap like a twig. That's where he's at.
He was still animated though during the veto, and I pointed this out on the live watch that was a fun veto to watch because everyone was very animated except for Cam because he's the boring one.
Because he's so bleh.
Yeah, I'd be okay if he's the next to go.
Yeah, me too.
Hey, we didn't talk about Zingbot.
Well, I miss Zingbot because I thought Zingbot was going to be on last night, and I watched and I was waiting. And it turns out he was on Sunday.
Isn't that terrible, Dominic, when you are forcing yourself to watch a 90-minute episode of Big Brother 26 and what you're expecting doesn't show up? When was it? I watched, I thought it was stupid. It was terrible this year. When was that? Sunday?
Sunday, yeah.
Any
I don't know. It
comments
was
on
fine.
that?
No, I think Zingbot is kind of a retired bit. Here's the problem with Zingbot. He doesn't go harsh enough anymore.
Well, that's because everyone is already saying it on Twitter, Tyler.
Well, just have Zingbot read mean tweets to the house guest then. That would be funny.
Do you ever watch who has mean tweets? Is that Jimmy Kimmel?
I think so.
Yeah, do something like that.
I love mean tweets.
And then product some poor PA whatever low rank at CBS who's writing these digs for Zingbot or whatever. Then they have a week off just read the best of the best. Of course clean and appropriate tweets for television. But I don't know. I think that would be a fun roast kind of style instead of Zingbot just having a floppy joke about MJ being a tall monster. Or Rubina being old or whatever. I don't know. It's okay.
I did like the roast that Zingbot gave Chelsie about Cam, saying it ain't gonna happen. I thought it was good.
That was good.
Yes, I just want to say, Joseph, thank you. I did hang in there by the grace of God for 11 weeks.
You were that turd that would not flush.
I was a dingleberry in the wind. It was Hurricane Helene blowing through, and my little just hanging on to that hair. Okay, and I ain't going anywhere. No, that's been me.
So do we
I've
think
been the
the
Dingleberry of Big Brother 26.
you are. So do we think the comic book competition, is that going to be the HOH or the veto? Probably the veto, right?
Yeah, veto.
So with that being said, like sorry, I'm just gonna bring up the draft again just to like
God,
have a
of
visual
course.
Just to make sure
a
everyone
knife and
knows.
where's the
No,
salt?
okay. So
My wound's wide open.
the reason I'm bringing this up is I feel like that comic book competition is always pretty physical. So I would imagine
I haven't done that yet.
I would imagine Julie said at the end of the episode that it's going to be on Thursday. So I'm guessing that it's going to be like this week's veto. So that being said, I would imagine like Cam or MJ will maybe MJ will win that veto, or Chelsie. I don't know. I think this could be it for Rivera, and I don't think so.
Yeah, I think shorter people have had trouble with this comp.
Yeah.
They just sort of like dangle.
We do. We're not good with this shit. I'm going to tell you right now. You don't see people like me ziplining.
I would have loved to see that.
Oh my God. I ain't bungee jumping neither.
So of course it all really comes down to HOH, but I think I think Chemo and Rubina are not looking good this week, knowing that the comic book veto is coming up is what I'll say. I don't see either of them winning that. And I think as long as one of them are on the block, at least, I think they're going to go home.
Well, I'll tell you what the problem is with little people playing in the comic book competition. We don't weigh enough to go anywhere. So we end up getting on there and we're stuck in the middle, dangling like a dingleberry.
But then that means you have more time to like study the comics as it's going by slower, right?
This is true, and I am good at memory. Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm gonna get a big brother and I'm gonna win the comic. You watch. I'll be the shortest person ever to win.
I would love that.
And Rubina giving a shout out to all the little people. I know you hate that, Tyler.
No comment. Dob, do you how do you see are you in agreement that like Chelsea's winning this season? Like write her the check now.
Yes. I mean it would have to be a convoluted series of events. So let's say Rubino wins HOH, and then either she puts up Cam and MJ. MJ wins wins the comic book veto. Then she'd have to put Chelsie up. But will people recognize that this is their chance?
I don't think so. That's the thing.
Who's left that's going to think it's their chance? Can we go over who's fucking left? I'm sorry. Bring up the draft again. There's not enough salt in my wounds. Listen, here's the look. Rubina ain't winning nothing. If Chelsea's she does have a brain. She needs to drag that ass. She needs to drag Rubina to final two. I'm serious. For God's sake, listen for once in your life. I'm not doing it.
Oh, okay. Here's a scenario. Okay, Rubina wins. Rubina or Chemo win HOH. So again, it's Cam and MJ. Cam wins the veto. So now it's Chelsie and MJ on the block heading into next week. And okay, so now Cam, who's he gonna choose between
God,
the two
I hope
of them?
that I need that
because he keeps saying, "Oh yeah, I'm in like a flirt man with MJ, but my final two is Chelsie." So what's he gonna do?
God, can you imagine?
I think they still take out MJ.
All right.
What if we have a final three of Cam, Chelsie, and McKelty? I mean, McKelty. God, I'm like Sister Wives. I got up on Sister Wives today. That's one of the people on the show. Jesus. Mackenzie. What if, oh my God, it's the final three and Cam win, and he gets to pick who he takes to the final two, and he freaking cuts Chelsie in front of the world. God, that would sting. Or,
if that happens, Cam wins the season for sure. And Mary brings up a good comparison. Like that could be like a John cutting Netta and BB Can too kind of thing. I I don't know if Cam would do that realistically though. I don't know.
What if he was just to prove to Chelsie a point? He cut McKenzie. That'd be stupid. But you got two things going for you here. If Chelsie goes to final two, she needs to take Ribena or chemo. You think? Think about who's in the jury at this point. T-Core is going to... Okay. Hold on. I take that back because T-Core is a vote for chemo. Ribena is a vote for chemo.
Mm-hmm.
I think Leah would be a vote for chemo. Angela would be a vote for chemo.
I think Chelsea's best bet is to sit next to MJ. And then when MJ says, like, on my HOH, I made a big move, like, all Chelsie has to say back to that is, on MJ's HOH, I made a big move and totally snowed her into evicting somebody that was never coming after her.
Oh, we just got some clarification from... Thank you. I just checked. A non-juror has never won America's Favorite Player. Okay.
But I think Chelsie could win against Cam too. Like I feel like it feels a lot closer than it actually is because Ribena, Chemo, and T-Core would all vote Chelsie over Cam for sure. I see Quinn like voting for Chelsie over Cam in that situation. That's already 4 votes. That's already like the win right there. So I don't know. I think Chelsie wins against. Honestly, I could even see her winning against Ribena and Chemo. Like, yeah, they're flops in this game, but like I feel like T-Core is going to have a lot of influence on the jury, probably positively for Ribena and Chemo. But even with that, I think Chelsie is a strong enough of a player, and I think she's going to make a really, really great final 2 speech in the end, like really explaining her game and laying it out.
Chelsea's not going to trip over her words. I don't see that at all. I see her giving a clear, to the point speech. I don't think... I'm sorry. I'm not trying to shit on people, but I don't think the rest of them will be able to do that. I think, first of all, I don't know what... I love Ribena to death, but I don't know what her argument would be for winning. Chemo.
Same for Chemo.
Yeah, but I think to me he's kind of done more than Ribena.
Yes.
Cameron has done more than Ribena and Chemo, but still, I've never heard this man mutter more than he does in the diary room. I'm serious. And Mackenzie, I could see, but she's not I'm not saying you have to be hateful, but I don't think I just don't see that in her. Do you think she's going to address Matt at all in the finale? Do you think that's
Chelsie?
Yeah,
or
no,
MJ?
MJ. Do you think she's going to be like, sup, wink, wink?
I think they'll have Angela address Matt at the finale. That's what I want to see.
She's going to apologize. I think she's going to apologize.
Yeah, for sure. Well, anything else? And we're coming down the home stretch here, so not like too much to
How
go
many
over.
weeks are left?
I think the finale's in 2 weeks, right?
October 13th, man. That's 3 weeks. What?
Yeah.
Hell.
2 weeks and 2 weeks and a few days. Yeah.
What is the deal? Everybody else has got fall premieres coming on. The fall, except CBS. I don't get it. Why are you guys making everything come on in the middle of all? Okay. Law and Order SVU is not coming on for another 2 weeks. I'm really upset. I mean, whatever. But still, everything else is coming on. I don't get it. You know what I watched the other night? The Voice. I was painting upstairs because I'm in my painting era. Anyway, the Voice was on. I couldn't find the remote, and I enjoyed it. Snoop Dogg's a judge. Michael Bublé is a judge. Gwen Stefani and Reba McEntire. I'm like, this is awesome. It was great. I might watch it next week. And I'm on a Menendez brother kick right now because I'm watching the Netflix. I can't with you. I don't understand you. I'm watching the Menendez Monster, the Menendez brothers on Netflix, the #1 show on Netflix right now. The Menendez brothers. They killed their pervy dad and their mom in 1989. Everybody wants to say that reality TV started in the courtroom with OJ. Oh, nay, nay. Oh, nay, nay. Wherefore art thou, nay, nay? It was the Menendez trial, the Menendez brothers. I'm talking trial #1 because #2 is a shit show. #1, okay? Televised, everything. Ryan Murphy is not doing the Menendez brothers any favors, okay? This is total 78% fiction, okay? I'm telling you right now. It's terrible, but it's so good. It's so good. I can't stop watching. And I've seen every documentary on the Menendez brothers. Every single one. I remember this when I was 12. You got to think about this. Think about it. Anyway, so I'm doing that, and I haven't watched the challenge yet.
Derek breaks his leg.
God damn it! Really? Does he really break his leg?
In the middle of a challenge.
Do we get to hear it snap?
Well, I feel like they always just add like a sound effect of like there's no way like a mic like 50 feet away is like really picking up the sound of like a leg breaking. But yeah, it looks pretty painful.
CT,
but
okay, but
it's another really great episode. Yeah, wait, no, CT's gone, right?
What?
Isn't he?
I'm like 2 weeks behind.
Oh, well, that's your fault.
It is my fault. Let me tell you something.
I don't feel bad.
I don't know what I'm doing. What was I watching? This is the end of the show, and usually I've been going on tangents about what I'm watching. Okay, so just do whatever. Yes, I'm in my old lady era. Very yeah. Everybody finds out exactly how old I am when I start talking about reality TV and court drama and all that, because you had the Menendez trial in '93, but before that you had the Bronco chase with OJ on live television. But the Menendez brother trial was before the OJ trial. And they had cameras going all the time in that trial. And I don't think they knew what they were in for, because the shit you heard during that trial, you could not unhear. Now I'm talking about the Menendez right now. Yeah, because their dad, Jose Menendez, is a big fat perv. He fucked half a menudo in the 80s and 90s. And one of them, there's a documentary on Discovery Plus, and he just says a guy, right? These guys need a new trial or something. They need to change the verdict so they can be released. Because there's no question, they did kill their parents, and they admitted it. So that's like it. I think they've served the 25 years that you get for whatever they call it. I'm not a lawyer, but I should know what it's called. And they need to be
statute of limitations or whatever.
No, God, what? No, the statute of limitations is how long you have to press charges against someone.
Oh, got you.
Like, if you were in Menudo in the 90s and in the 80s and you got fucked by Jose Menendez, the statute of limitations is over.
Gotcha.
Yeah. So. Oh, Lord. So, anyway, and I'm going to be done in a minute. I was watching the Today Show this morning. 2 things. Hoda's leaving. I'm not happy. I don't care what she needs to do. Stop. I'm upset. I love Hoda. I need Hoda. You know how I am about Hoda.
Yes. I'm just picturing like when you turn 60 and we're like still doing this show.
God,
like, you're gonna be like,
if we are
it's time for me to turn a new page and look ahead at this next decade.
See, what did I start? I started my weekly meltdown in 2015. I was 38. If I'm still doing this at 60. I've been doing this for 30 years. I can't anymore.
Still getting denied for like exit interview coverage for Big Brother like 42 or something.
Listen, cast me on the freaking summit. I don't care. I'll dangle from anything at this point. But yeah, I want to replace. I'm just throwing my hat in the ring. I want to replace Hoda on
I
Hoda
support
and
it.
Jenna. I can take Jenna Bush Hager. I can do it. I'll do it. Anyway, but I also, they interviewed Javier Bardem and the two young guys that play the Menendez brothers. And the guy that plays Eric Menendez, the sweetest actor on the planet. He actually spoke to Eric Menendez before it aired. And Eric Menendez, it was nice to him, but he was like, this is the worst portrayal of me and my brother. He's like, my brother's portrayal is so off. I don't even know where to begin. And then the guy, what is his name? His interview, he's just like, so how does it feel to know that Lyle Menendez says that your portrayal of him is terrible? It's not accurate. It's this. And that guy, the other actor, just sits there and goes, well, I take on every acting project the same. Once I'm done, I move on. And I was like, you could cut the tension with a...
Honestly, though, I would prefer like an actor to say an answer like that rather than... And it's always like white men who are like, I'm a method actor. Like the only way I get into this
God, I
fully
can't
submerge myself into it. I'm like, shut up. Shut up.
You know,
right, that's why I like, because what people forget, when you're like on the Tonight Show promoting your new movie, you filmed it a year and a half ago. So it's like, yeah, I'm already working on my new movie. Like I'm into that character.
Yeah,
now. I
that's
don't
true.
even remember the script
Joaquin
for the thing I'm promoting
Phoenix
right
is
now.
a good example of somebody that would rather hang from a building with a nail through his eyelid than do junkets. It's terrible.
Wait, sorry, I just had a random thought. I just need, like, because I know y'all will have the answer to this. Colin Farrell in The Penguin, right?
I haven't watched it yet.
But he's in like is he in a fat suit?
Yeah.
Or did he like
He
why
maybe
are we
put on
still
a little.
doing
Maybe put on a little weight.
why are we still doing fat suits in 2024? Like I thought that was like out of style after like Friends.
Look,
you know?
is there not
'cause
another
the
actor available that's
Right.
fat that could have played the
Right.
Penguin?
Yeah,
Right.
but even Danny DeVito, who is fat, wore a fat suit in Batman Returns to look fatter.
Oh, did he?
'cause
Interesting.
Yeah, and so like the Penguin's supposed to be oddly shaped, so
And
like,
short. And Colin Farrell is not.
Okay, you know who they could have gotten to play the Penguin instead? God, what's his name? Hurley from Lost, Jorge Garcia. He would have made a great Penguin, right?
I'm so tired of you bringing Lost, weaseling Lost
Sorry, Allison.
into every conversation that we have.
It's really been on my mind lately because it was the 20th anniversary of the Lost premiere, and they had this they got this documentary made for the 20th anniversary, and they had all so many of the original cast back interviewed for it and stuff like that.
Yeah.
But Jorge Garcia did this segment.
Zach wasn't available.
No, he Hurley Jorge Garcia did a clip with Hulu or whatever, going through some of the props from Lost. It was really cool. But I don't know, I'm just Jorge Garcia still is very interested in acting and doing things. I feel like he could have been a really great Penguin, and it would have been fun to see him in a serious acting role rather than fun loving Hurley. I don't know.
I was gonna say, Mary, dude 44. Fat actors don't want to play the Penguin. This is true. However, I'm sure we're gonna get dinged for saying fat actors. I don't give a shit. Kirstie Alley was in a funny as hell show called Fat Actress on Showtime. It was so good.
May she rest in peace.
Yeah. Also, look, I hate. Fun fact, if you're new to the show, I was part of the Memphis acting scene for many, many years. I've been in films. I've been in actual shit. Okay. And I worked on the movie Walk the Line in 2014. And Joaquin Phoenix we were freaking filming in August in Mississippi on a bright, there's not a freaking cloud in sight. We're in a cotton field picking cotton. And this guy is so method. He is walking around in this August humidity. And he's got the Johnny Cash hair slick back. He's got the sunglasses on. He's got the black T-shirt, the black hoodie, black jeans, and black boots. And he's got his hands in his pocket. And he's just he's just walking through. This guy was so committed to playing Johnny Cash. And I've also been around method. It's just, look, everybody wants their Christian Bale moment. Okay, I get it. Everybody wants to have that moment. If you don't know what I'm talking about,
oh yeah,
Christian Bale tangent on the set of Terminator. What was it?
Salvation.
Salvation. It's kind of legendary. But listen, I love Daniel Day-Lewis to the moon and back. But baby, I ain't referring to you as Abe. Okay, I'm not calling you Abraham Lincoln while you're playing Abraham Lincoln in between takes. It ain't happening.
There's a great video on YouTube called Living with Daniel Day-Lewis. It's like, what if Daniel Day-Lewis was your roommate?
Oh, God, send me that.
His personality changes based on all his characters, and he's just driving his roommate crazy. It's a really funny video.
It's I can tell you right now, from an acting perspective, if you are in a moment where it is emotion, a height of emotion, it's anger, you got to cry, it is you got to dig deep, you got to get to where you're going, and you need to concentrate. I can understand staying in that moment for the day or a certain amount of time. And if, God forbid, a boom gets in your eye of sight, or the poor PA walks in the background and fucks up the best scene of your life, I'm probably going to throw a table at you. Something's getting thrown. So I get that part. But there are people that kind of take it to the next, the extreme. And I'm not shitting on Joaquin Phoenix for walking around like Jack. It is what it is. I just thought it was funny. I'm sitting there in the heat. I'm not even on set. I'm in the trail, all that, and we're standing there and we're talking, and he just walks past us through some people, and I'm just looking at him like, do you see the sweat just coming out of this man right now? Jesus, what a fan him.
Actually, not long after that incident with Christian Bale at Comic-Con, I saw the director of Terminator Salvation at a panel, and obviously he was like quoting it, like he was having fun with it. And like, listen, everyone, the guy that Christian Bale was yelling at was like this ex-Marine Special Forces guy. So the guy was so at no point was this guy actually afraid for his life.
Okay, that makes me feel better.
As Christian Bale was screaming at him, it's like this guy could have like killed Christian Bale with like just his thumb. So like it was nothing.
You could blink at him and he would probably snap him in half. That's funny because that makes me feel better because, it's like, dude, really, I'm a Navy SEAL. I was there when Bin Laden was killed. Okay, I am 0 Dark 30. Yell at me again, bitch.
I know, it's like, all right, Christian, you were Newsies. I was a Marine. We're good.
This isn't Empire of the Sun anger.
Yeah.
Calm down. You weren't really starving in a concentration camp with John Malkovich. Chill out. You're like 10. Okay, so anyway, I can see Tyler's completely checked out of this conversation, but I'm not a method actor. I actually am a gifted actor, as I like to call myself, because I'm amazing with improv. I love improv, but also I can turn it on and on like that. Like I can sit in between takes and laugh. I don't give a shit, but I am respectful to those around me. So always be aware of your surroundings. But anyway. Also,
I'd write a script with you in the lead, but you never read any of the things I send you.
I swear to God, Dominic,
I've been sending you scripts for like 7 years.
I'm a
you never got to any of them.
You know what? I have them all saved in because I'm a shitty person. I'm sorry. I'm terrible. I'm a terrible person. I freaking have kittens falling out of the sky. Newsflash. I've got a new kitten that I'm bottle feeding. Her name's Daisy. And she was tangled up in a bush, and I went and rescued her. And I have, by the way, I have poison ivy on my forearms from this debacle.
That's always fun.
I'm dying. Anyway, so I'm sorry. Don't send me again. Say to me again. I one of my best friends who wants to come on this podcast but doesn't watch reality TV. So Patrick, I can't put you on the show. Is a great actor. We've worked together on many projects, and he's a fucking method actor, and it kills him it pisses him off when I say that. It's not a method. It's not method. It's a process. Anyway, thank you for watching my weekly meltdown. I'm Allison. Please subscribe, whatever it is, whatever you're into, on the Patreon website / My Weekly Meltdown. Become a patron, do live watches with us. You can see me bottle feed a kitten. And we're on Spotify and what is the other one? Apple
Podcasts.
Apple Pods. So we're on that, and I highly recommend getting on YouTube and looking up mean tweets because they're great. I would read mean tweets about myself if anybody gave a shit. As a matter of fact, I would
just say the word like too many times and somebody will.
All I have to do, Tyler, is go back in time to my early days of podcast. It wasn't even podcasting when I started this shit 9 years ago.
Car vlogging.
It was vlogging. When this became a fucking podcasting, I don't know, because I turn it into a podcast and then it becomes a podcast. Because look, bitch, this is a vlog. Okay? The vlog. I'm a vlogger. But anyway, I could go back and read comments. There was one that said that I was so ugly that I look like E.T. and Reese Witherspoon had a baby. You think somebody coming after you for saying like is bad, Tyler. I had someone saying my voice was so annoying they'd rather be Guantanamo Bay and tortured than listen to me. And I'm like, oh, well, maybe they could use my voice to torture people. That's a good idea. Yeah. Goals. So, whatever. I should go back and do, instead of mean tweets, mean comments, and just read what people have said about me. Yes.
The roast of Allison Kelley.
Yeah, look up mean tweets on YouTube, and also look up Christian Bale on Terminator Salvation freaking out, and just look up when method actors go too far or something like that. It's really good. It's really funny. So, yeah, that's where I'm at. Anybody else?
Just catch up with the challenge. It's really good.
Catch up with the challenge. Catch up with Real Murders on Elm Street on Max. I don't know if you've seen that docuseries. Every week is a new murder that happened on an actual Elm Street. Fun fact before we go. The Menendez brothers lived with their parents on Elm Street. And it was Elm Road or something.
Something's cursed about that street.
So I'm like, fuck. Anyway.
Ooh.
And Bitch Puddin' Teresa, House of Heat on Tubi. Check it out.
See, every town has an Elm Street.
Ooh.
Yeah, there you go. My grandson has a Nightmare on Elm Street t-shirt, by the way.
Nice. Yeah, I think you sent it to me.
Dream Warriors, I believe.
Okay.
That would be number 3. Yeah.
I knew that.
Because guess what? The week from Tuesday, Fear Fest starts on AMC. Guess what channel I'm going to be on for 31 days?
Yeah, they're all centered with commercials. You could just go to any streaming site now to watch.
Dominic, there's just something about being in a mood. I'm in a bad mood or something's going on to piss me off, and I catch Halloween Part 3. It's Halloween 3, right? With the masks.
Mm-hmm.
Then I really go on a bitch fest. There you go.
Every Halloween, I'm like, all right, when are we gonna do our podcast about all the Halloween sequels?
I know. I would love to do that.
All you have to do is watch Halloween 3 to make us happy.
But that doesn't have Michael Myers in it. Like, that's the one that you skip.
That's
it's like the Big Brother 1 of the Halloween.
That's the point.
That's the thing. That's why I argue with Halloween 3 fans. They go, "Oh no, it's a great movie." You just discredit because Michael Myers is in it. I'm like, no, it's okay. If you forget about the Michael Myers thing, it's an okay, cheesy 80s horror movie. This now reputation it has that it was this masterpiece that no one gave a chance to. It's like,
They
because
were trying
20
to move
years
in the
ago,
anthology direction, and it failed miserably.
yes.
Sure,
And
but then
everyone-
like, go ahead.
Because
Dom.
everyone says, again, Halloween 3 fans, oh, no, John Carpenter wanted to be an anthology. It's like, well, not really. Because he did do an anthology years later called Body Bags. And on the DVD, the making of special feature, the first thing John Carpenter says, I hate anthologies. I only did it because it was an easy paycheck. So all the Halloween 3 fans are like, oh, it was his true vision to make an anthology. He said, no, John Carpenter literally said the words, I hate anthologies. I only did it because it was an easy paycheck.
Also, real quick, what was it? Nightmare on Elm Street 2 was completely different from all the other movies.
Yes.
So it's kind of like Halloween.
I don't think I've
that's
ever seen the original Nightmare on Elm Street.
Can we
movies.
just end this show? Because I don't understand how.
I've seen like all of the Halloween movies, but I don't know why I haven't seen. I've seen Freddy versus Jason, but I think that's my only
in
experience.
space.
No, the
Freddy
one with the one with Kelly Rowland.
Predator versus Michael Myers on Neptune. Is that out
No,
yet?
but I think Freddy versus Jason is my only movie I've seen with Freddy or Jason in it.
Okay.
Like I'm very into like the Halloween movies, but of course I know like Freddy Krueger and Jason and stuff like that, but I've never seen like the original movies.
I think binging the Nightmare on Elm Street movies would be a good thing. Like they don't like go off the rails until like the 5th or 6th one, and
yeah, I would be down to watch them for sure.
If you watch Friday, I really would actually recommend binging Friday the 13th because the
God,
continuity.
there's like 88 of them.
It's like whereas Halloween they keep rebooting it. Friday the 13th, they just don't watch the last movie when they write the new one. So there was the continuity was making no sense. Most of them don't even take place on Friday the 13th. They take place on like Saturday the 14th.
I love A Nightmare on Elm Street Part 4, Dream Child.
Ooh,
No,
you know what?
Part
Halloween.
Part 4 is the Dream Master. Part 5 is the Dream Child.
Okay, see, but fun fact, the name of the child is Jacob Daniel. That's my son's name.
You know what Halloween movie I would love to cover is Halloween H2O.
Okay.
You know who got introduced?
It's so campy.
That is Josh Hartnett, who I fucking love.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I wish he had a bigger career.
He
Well,
does
sort of like he's making like a comeback now.
Oh, he
Stop
is?
it. He never went away.
And no, he did.
No.
But he's making a comeback now.
He's made some great movies you've never heard of, but he kind of is having a resurgence with Trap, which I think is a very underrated M. Night Shyamalan movie. It's gonna be on Max in October, so I think it's very underrated. I love Trap. I bought it with the minute it came on demand. I bought it. Also, I want to make a footnote. The Crow remake is so bad. So bad it's already on demand, half price. And it was at the movies less than a month ago. What do you want?
There's only one Crow.
There's only one, and it should have been Jason Momoa in the remake, not the It guy. If we were gonna do it. That's the only person.
Well, long story short, we have some Halloween spooky season planning to do, so be on the lookout for that. And Dom, we will definitely include you in that for sure.
We need to do. I'm down for H2O. We can start with that because there's so many things wrong. So wrong.
It would just. I feel like it would be a good one for us to recap. It's
LL Cool J is the campus security. This was like one of his first movies, and his acting is so bad. Bless his heart. He's like faking a phone call to his wife, and it's like, Josh Hart. Anyway, we won't get into it, but it's like,
yeah. All right. Well, everybody have a good rest of your night. We'll see you guys next week. And have a good one. Tom is waving goodbye.
Sweet dreams.
Exorcist 3.
Yes, sweet dreams. Night.